Hey Sunny Crew, you know me, I'm your coach Sam Candler. Today we are going to do a 30-minute intermediate endurance run. We are going to run for almost the entirety of this class, so there's one thing I want you to note. The difference between this run being intermediate and advanced is all about the speeds you choose. I'll walk you through it, but I recommend you choose wisely. You ready to get going? Let's go. We'll start off at a walk. If you've taken my classes before, you know that I love to start off with a minute of walking. It's just a great opportunity to arrive in the present, right? To put all of our other life worries aside and to just be here. Beyond that, it's kind of nice for our bodies too, especially if we've been sitting or standing around. To get some walking in before we get some running in, it just makes sense. So as we walk, I want you to just focus on your posture. Have your shoulders back and down. Nice long neck because your shoulders are pulled away from your ears. Your chin is level to the floor. That's it. We want a confident stance through this run. So we're gonna start with a confident walk. Now in about 10 seconds, we're going to go into a jog, just a very easy jog. Let's get there now, somewhere between 4 and 6 miles an hour. Now the first 6 minutes of our class today is the warm-up. We did our 1-minute walk. So now we have 5 more minutes of our warm-up. Almost all of that is going to be at a jog or a run. I am going to give us 30 seconds to walk before we get into that true set of endurance intervals. Now I'll explain how everything goes. No need to worry right now. Just get your bodies ready to move. So here, feet are landing right underneath our bodies. We have a really casual stride, right? We're just jogging. Something casual and easy. And then in a little bit, we're gonna pick up the speed just a little bit. So maybe we're going from a slow jog to like a medium jog. Still nothing crazy. Let's do that now. Let's add a little bit. I'll add about 0.5. So that ended up being 0.7, and I'm good with that because I'm still in a really casual pace. So endurance runs are really awesome for helping to build up our aerobic capacity. That ability for us to use the oxygen we breathe in and the energy that we consume from our food and turn it into energy for our bodies to run. Right? That's what we do when we do an endurance run. There are multiple ways to approach an endurance run. And really what I'm looking for today is for you to decide, is today your training day to go hard, or is today your training day to take it a little bit lighter? Both of you, no matter which camp you're on, are welcome here today, but have your intention. Not every day can be your hardest, right? But sometimes we do need to push it. So decide where you want to be today, and then I'll help you pick your speeds. We're gonna stay at this jog for another 20 seconds. Then we're gonna do just a quick warm-up drill before we get into the second part of our warm-up. That's it, 10 more seconds here. Feels good. 3, 2, and 1, let's walk. So 2 to 3 miles an hour is great here. We're going to go into some skips, just like you did when you were a kid on the schoolyard there. We're just gonna skip one knee up and then the other. Drive your knee up, push off the toes, the balls of your feet to engage your calf muscles. That's it, you'll feel your heart rate rise. We have 3, 2, 1, good. Drills are done. I don't know if you're like me, I don't love drills, but I know they're good for me, but it's really good to know they're over with. We're gonna head back into a jog. So right back where we left off, somewhere at still like a comfortable, casual pace. We're here for another minute or so. And I'm gonna have you pick up your speed. at least 0.5. That's it. Now, when we run today, the first half or even a little more of our run is all going to be done at one consistent speed. I recommend that you shoot for something that's about a 5 out of 10 on your intensity. So if you want to go kind of easy-ish today, but still get a challenge, choose something like your marathon pace. If you were to run a marathon, what pace are we looking at? Now, if you're feeling really feisty, let's go with your half marathon pace, right? Something that you'd run that 13.1 in. And if you're not sure, think 5 to 10 on your intensity. I'll help you get there. 10 seconds, and then we're gonna walk. This is the last opportunity to walk until our cool down. 3, 2, and 1. All right, I have this walk here, this 30-second walk here for one reason. We're about to get serious. This is an opportunity to get your mind and get your emotions right, because in 13 seconds, we go. 5 to 10, 5 out of 10 on the intensity scale. Half marathon or marathon pace starts in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Now right here, we're gonna bring your treadmill incline up to 1. Just 1% incline here. You're gonna bring it up, and then you're not gonna even notice it. Now, we are here exactly as we are for 3 minutes. This should feel really, really doable. That's it. Now, as we always do in the beginning, we're going to go over some form cues to make sure we're all running efficiently and that we can avoid injuries so that we can continue to run. So let's start with our feet. We want our feet landing underneath our body. It's very tempting to land with our feet in front of us, but then that's like applying the brakes. Feet underneath the body. We want our knees actually and actively working. No lazy legs here. Knees will bend, heels will kick behind you. Your bum comes with you when you run. Tailbone tucks under a little. Core is engaged, not a death grip, but you can feel those muscles. Arms swing by your sides, constantly encouraging you to move forward. Shoulders, just like when we started, they're relaxed, away from your ears. Going here is just a waste of energy. Let's drop it down. Chin is level, eyes are up. Now we feel good. So there is a chance today that you're not sure which pace is right for you for this run, and that's okay. We welcome mistakes. Mistakes are an opportunity for us to learn and to grow, and you can always come back and take this class again and hone in closer and closer on the right pace for you today. But I think most of you are gonna choose just fine. If you're in an intermediate class, you've likely done a race or two, maybe not all the way to a half marathon or a full marathon, but you kind of know the drill. 30 more seconds, just like this. Feel good? Now, I have good news and bad news. We'll start with the bad news. The bad news is there's some hills and they're coming up real fast. The good news is that the hills are pretty much only in the beginning of class. So you ready? Let's take your inclines now to 3. 3%. You'll feel that front of the tread rise up a little bit. And with that, means you're gonna have to pick your feet up just a little bit more. So we spent 3 minutes at 1% at this pace. We're gonna spend 2 minutes here. Cool. 3%. 3% is one of those hills that when you're driving in a car, you don't even notice. But then when you go to walk or run that same route, you're like, I didn't know there was a hill here. That's kind of what we're feeling right now. Or maybe if you live somewhere really flat, it feels like you've got a headwind. Like you're running down the beach, there's some wind in your face. That's how we feel right now. That's it, nice and steady. On an incline is a great opportunity to feel how your arms work for you. Every time my right elbow pulls back, it propels my left leg forward and up the hill. Same thing on my other side. So my arms, without me even having to think about it, and same for you, they're gonna match your footsteps. All right. Are we sick of this hill yet? It's funny how just a little grade can make a big difference. Now let's check in on your speed. Are you able to breathe somewhat comfortably? Hopefully in through your nose and out through your mouth. Are you able to talk to me in short sentences about gasping for air? That's where we want to be. Because we're about to make a change. Y'all, let's go up to 5%. 5%, we're here for 1 minute. You march up that hill. Strength comes into play, especially up a hill. If you've ever done the stair climber at the gym or walked up your own steps with some power, that's what we're using right now. We use power. 30 more seconds here. Maybe that breathing that was a little comfortable has gotten now a little uncomfortable. It's okay. We're not here forever. We're only here for 15 more seconds. Then we're gonna drop our incline, but only a little. In 5 seconds, we're going to 4%. I know it's not much, but it's a little. 3, 2, 1, down to 4. Now we're here for 2 minutes. It does feel a little better, right? So like all of you are like, no, it doesn't. But mind over matter. Our minds, our thoughts, they're everything. Not just in running, but in life. We can control the direction of our lives by controlling the narrative, the dialogue in our brains. You decide now if you're gonna succeed or not. For me, I don't have a doubt. That's it. We have 1 more minute here. So, having a positive outlook and a positive dialogue doesn't mean there's never going to be failure. There will, absolutely. But it does mean you're going to be resilient and you'll learn from it. And you'll be stronger from failures. It's going to mean that you're going to try for something hard enough, worthy enough that you might fail. But it was worth it, and that's okay. You dust yourself off, you go back. Right? We decide how our run is gonna go. We decide how our day is going to go. That sets the trajectory for our lives. All right, team. 2%, let's go. Now we are here at 2% for 3 minutes. This should feel a little more comfortable. Right, we've been up at 5 and made our way back down. So 2's a happy place. That's it. So I read somewhere that the outcome, the particular win, lose, succeed or fail, the outcome right here and right now doesn't matter half as much as the path you're on, the direction you're going. We choose our direction with our habits, right? We're either habitually making good choices with our food, with our exercise, or we're habitually making poor choices. One sets us up for success down the road. We may stumble now, but where are we gonna be in a year, 2, 5, 10? The other, right? The other has you looking, if we're making poor choices now, it has us looking at the best days of our lives being in the past, but not us. No, we know that our habits matter, so we're gonna make good ones. That's it. Just under 90 seconds here. And we're gonna go down to 1%. But there's also a lot of research out there that when we make a habit, we can make it be something we do, or we can make it our identity. We can make a habit to go out for runs, or I can make my identity a runner. And there's a really big difference. And there's a big mindset shift there. You are a runner. Act like a runner would. Choose those foods. Choose a training program. Running is just one thing that runners do, right? All right, so that was heavy, right? Got into some deep talk there. But we'll lighten things up a little bit. In 15 seconds, we're gonna take our inclines to 1%. They're gonna stay there for a while. But we're gonna add 0.1 to 0.2 on your speed. 1 or 2. Ready? 3, 2, 1, inclines down to 1. Me, I'm just gonna add 0.1 onto my speed. So if we're running just 0.1 faster, did we really even make a change? It's a trick question. Of course we did. Somebody runs 0.1 faster than the other person wins. All right, if we make 0.1% of a positive change today, and then we make that 0.1% of a positive change tomorrow, and we keep doing that, let me tell you what, you got a big change coming your way. Small changes add up to huge wins. This should feel really manageable. We're coming up on the 18th minute of our 30-minute class. And right now, we're just enduring. Okay? We're not sprinting. We're just enduring. We're building our aerobic base. Check in with your form again. Those habits, they matter here too, in our form. Every little habit we carry with us goes for thousands and tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands and millions of steps. And we reinforce it. So what are we choosing to reinforce here? Even if you have to slow your pace in order to correct your form, it's worth it. Now in 20 seconds, we're gonna make another change. We're gonna add another 0.1 to 0.2 onto your speed. It doesn't have to be the same you chose last time, but we'll hold this 1%. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. We add again. I added another 0.1. So, true story, I run every single run at home before I coach here with my Sunny crew. When I ran this one, I kicked my own butt by accident. I wasn't planning on going that hard, but I started too fast. It's kind of arrogant with my choice. I made big speed increases, and I paid a price. And sometimes that's good for us, to challenge ourselves, to push our comfort zone. But that's not my goal today. The goal is to be the best coach I can for you, which means I put my ego aside. 15 seconds. We're adding another 0.1 to 0.2. That's it. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Now we're holding this for 2 minutes. So I haven't told you every duration of every part of our run, but we've done a pattern that looks like this. 3 minutes, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. Now we're back to 2. I really like patterns when we program. So there it is. Now things are getting richer. We're on the final 10 minutes of our run. And if we chose a pace that challenges us just a little, the challenge is starting to amplify now. That's awesome. Here we go. Now, how do you choose to look at these last 9 minutes of class? What's being set up here? Is it I can't, or I won't, or what if? What if I can't? How about what if you can? And what if you do? Because you can, and you will. One foot in front of the other. 30 more seconds here before we make another change. Things are gonna get a little tougher, sure. But second by second, we're getting closer to the end of our run. 15 seconds, we make our final speed increase of another 0.1 to 0.2. This time, I'm gonna add 0.2, just because that makes for a nice even 0.5 increase. You ready? Let's do it. We're here for 3 minutes. Up 6 minutes left in this run before our cool down. 3 of them are right here. You got this. There's another thing about self-dialogue that I can't ignore. And it's that we've sort of glorified this idea of self-deprecation, of never really wanting to seem like you're bragging or overly confident. And we think that's an acceptable way to talk to ourselves, but we would never talk to the people we love like that, right? What do? We build them up, hopefully. We're telling our kids, our families, our loved ones, their strengths, where they really excel, areas in which they're really special to you and to others. So let's talk to ourselves that way too. I'm not saying you have to go around thinking you're better than everyone else, but you can think you're as good as everyone else, because you are. Talk to yourself the way you'd talk to your best friend. I know some of you are laughing now, because I'm sure there are nights out where the best friend talk gets a little funny, but you know what I mean. Be there for yourself the way you're there for others. Right now, look at yourself as just as good as any other runner in the world, because you are. There may be people faster than you. There's definitely people slower than you, right? But you are you. You're doing great. We have 1 more minute here before we make a change. We only have 2 little adjustments left. We can do this. Now, I told you that this was our last speed increase, and I wasn't lying. This is the speed we're going to close out our run with. But Yeah, just a little bit of a hill to finish out, right? Because we are achievers, we can overcome. In 15 seconds, we're gonna take it up to 2%. We're gonna hold that for 2 minutes, okay? Okay. 5 seconds. Let's do it now, 2%. Oh, that was my speed button, but I fixed it. Speed stays the same, incline to 2. I know you feel it, but it's not gnarly. It's just making you stronger. The beautiful thing with running is if you just stay in a rhythm, you'll get there. That rhythmic nature can be so meditative. If you have a mantra, now's a good time to go to it. Mine changes from time to time, but it's currently, it's I will because I can. I will because I can. You can borrow my mantra if you want. 1 more minute here, 2 more minutes till we cool down. We endure. We showed up to an endurance run for a reason. We are strong, we are steady, we are focused. That's it. Y'all, 30 more seconds here. Do you believe you can do it? I believe in you. "15 seconds until we go up to 3% at this pace for our final minute. Don't doubt it, just do it. 3, 2, 1, here we go. 3%. This is that kind of headwind type hill. You feel more resistance here. Hills are a form of resistance, just like weights are in the gym. Hills are resistance when we run. We dominate. You can see the crest of that hill and know you're almost there. 30 seconds. Stay with me. Stay with us. We do this together. 20 seconds. That's it. 10. 4, 3, 2, 1. Try to stay at a jog. And take that speed down. It can be a shuffle. Just a shuffle. Incline. I can come all the way down to 0. Whew. Now's a great time to towel off. 10 more seconds at this shuffle, and then we walk. Three, 2, 1. Let's take it down. How do you feel? I feel like an entirely different person from the beginning to now. A sweaty person, yeah, maybe a tired person, but also a really accomplished person. I am so proud to be your coach through these runs. Have fun. We'll walk it out for just a moment longer. I always recommend finding a nice cool down class to really bring your body back to a restored and rested state. We don't have time for a ton today, but we'll do what we can. Let's bring your treads to a complete stop. If you have your safety clip on, let's take that off. And then here, let's take our right leg up onto the treads if we can, pulling your hips back, toes come towards you. If this isn't accessible, We can always be down here, but if you can, join me up here. One hand or two and breathe. Let's switch legs. So you can go over to the other side, but I want to keep looking at you. So I'm going to take my left leg over here, pull your hip back. We want a nice stretch down your hamstring and into your calf. All right, then we're gonna stand with our feet flat. We're gonna take your right ankle and cross it over your left knee. And then we're just gonna sit our hips back as far as we can and start to feel all that goodness build up in that glute piriformis. That's it, same thing other side. Shift those hips back. Definitely hold on to the tread for a little bit of stability here and a little leverage to sit back. All right, well, stand up nice and tall. Take a deep breath in, reach up, reach out, and give yourself a pat on the back for a job very well done. Today's 30-minute endurance run really picked me up, and I hope you feel the same too. I cannot wait to see you next time. I'm Coach Sam Candler, and I'll see you soon.